Um, what do you guys think about the playoff field? We haven't talked since it's been set here. We got the Titans at the 1. We got the Chiefs obviously at the 2, and then you got the Bills, and then you got the Patriots, and you've got the Raiders and the Bengals and the Steelers. What are you thinking about the AFC? I mean, I think the Chiefs are the favorite.
Right. No,
they
yeah.
gotta be.
Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, they got to be. I mean, I know that there's going to be a lot of press about Derrick Henry coming back. So that's really kind of the ultimate wild card there is how fresh is he? How good is he going to be? But ultimately, I'm not just a big believer in the Titans, right? We heard this when they played us in the AFC Championship game. Oh, Derrick Henry's going to do this to you. He's going to do that to you. And Derrick Henry didn't do shit against us, right? So, probably one of the things that sticks out when I think about this playoff field is how weird is it that the Raiders made the playoffs, and not even as the 7 seed. That's right. Probably the thing that sticks out to me the most. And I texted Scott earlier. I was like, so if the Raiders could go and they played the Bengals,
right?
If they were to beat the Bengals and the Titans, we could have an AFC Championship game in Kansas City where we beat down the Raiders for a 3rd time. So I don't know. To me, that's the ultimate best scenario because that would just be the ultimate bragging rights over them. I mean, we've kicked their ass for years and years and years now, but if they had some kind of hope and then we were able to just, really just crush them in the AFC Championship game and clinch a 3rd straight Super Bowl berth. To me, that's the Cinderella scenario for me. So,
yeah, looking at the teams that got in, the Titans are the only worry to me. But as Doug just said, we've shut down Henry before. They're not. Yeah. I mean, most teams are. Any given Sunday, we've talked about that. Everybody has, but
it might be who not just. I mean, do we win or lose, but who gets hurt, right?
Right. But if you look at the field, though, I mean, who are we really afraid of? I mean, I would love to play Cincy again, get some redemption back on them. We beat most of the other teams before, you know what I mean? So I'm ready to get in this and just get in the Super Bowl.
We lost, so Chiefs lost to the Bills and they lost to the Titans. But those were both games or earlier in the season before the defense had come around and they were experimenting with Chris Jones on the edge.
Right.
And we were still doing the silly turnover thing, right?
Yeah.
Where guys weren't catching passes. We were, giving 2-3 turnovers away every game. The Chiefs have ironed that out. They're a lot better team than they were. And it seems to me the Bills and the Titans, maybe they've they hit their peak maybe a little too early. And so the Chiefs are peaking here.
The Bills definitely don't look as threatening as they were at the beginning of the season. That's for sure.
No, I mean, Tennessee, and you could say the same thing about the Chiefs and the Broncos. I guess they just struggled to beat the Broncos. But the Chiefs look like they lacked motivation for whatever reason in that game. The Titans, they were playing the Texans with all the motivation in the world to win, to get the 1 seed. And they squeaked by.
Right.
And again, refereeing at the end of the first half in that game, the refs just can't stop screwing the Chiefs, even when the Chiefs aren't playing. They call a pass interference that wipes out a touchdown for Tennessee, or wipes out an interception by Tennessee, and basically turns into a touchdown. They're not playing their best ball. And like we mentioned when Joe was on the show, the Chiefs have done it already. They know how to win in the playoffs. They know how to get to the Super Bowl. None of these other teams, except for I'll put the Patriots in there that have done it, although they haven't done it with Mac Jones. And they've lost, 3 straight games going? They're kind of reeling going into the playoffs. So, Chiefs got to be the favorite. And going back to what you said, Bo, about the Raiders making the playoffs. How did the Raiders make the playoffs and the Chargers didn't, man? The new Mahomes.
Right. The MVP candidate.
Everybody.
That's the new Phillip Rivers, dude. That's Phillip Rivers 2.0. He's going to throw for even more yards and lose the game.
Right.
Unreal.
Has anybody done a wellness check on Terry Bradshaw or Jimmy Johnson or any of these guys, Marcellus Wiley, these guys that were talking about Herbert was the new Mahomes and the Chargers were going to win that division? And I put a funny tweet out. If you follow us on Twitter, you can go back through and find it. It was like a montage that they did. Nick Wright had put it together on his show of all these horrible takes about the Chiefs and Mahomes being done and they're washed and they're finished and they're not going to catch the Chargers for this division. They're not going to. Chargers, guess what? They went from being, the team the Chiefs didn't want to see to the Chiefs ain't going to see because they're sitting at home watching the fucking playoffs on TV.